So, hello everybody. Just going to make a quick video here. I am actually just trimming up some cuttings and getting packages sent out. And I thought I'd make a video letting you guys know that there's an amazing crop coming in that I've grown for a few years. Super productive, super easy to grow, makes really delicious meals, and super awesome as a fodder crop for your pigs, your goats, your cows. And of course, you already know what it is because you saw the heading. But these are what those roots look like. And I'm not going to go outside and show you the plants or anything. When I do a bit of a larger harvest, because I've still got probably hundreds of pounds to get out of the ground, I will make a video then. But these are what they look like. This, of course, is the West Indian arrowroot. Blah, blah, blah. I know the proper name in my head, but I'm not sure on the pronunciation. But it's in the heading there for you guys. And this is actually a commercial variety that I managed to get hold of. A very popular commercial crop in South America and throughout the tropics. And they use it for the starch, of course. And that's done as a thickener, and you put it in breads and everything. But it is so easy to grow. This grows in some of the poorest soils that I have. Without fail, I always get a massive crop off of this. One plant in poor soil, pure sand, and I still get pounds of roots off them. If they're in good soil, these things can just unbelievable yield. I'm talking a single plant with 20 plus pounds of roots on it if it's in good soil. Absolutely insane. And this variety, there's a couple here available in the US if you really look for them. One's a very large plant. They kind of look like iris kind of plants when they're growing. They get iris-like white flowers on them. Really gorgeous plants. Nice edible ornamental these are. They get little white, purple throated iris-like flowers on them. Very pretty. And one variety gets super tall. It can get about 6 feet tall when it's really happy. But this one is kind of a dwarf variety, but the roots aren't smaller. It's very large roots. Sometimes these roots can be 3 feet long, especially in really loose soil. But it stays much smaller. At most, these get maybe 3 feet tall, this one. So I grow more of this one than the larger variety that I have because it gets larger roots, but on a smaller plant. So I believe it was called like the Mayan Arrow or something, the variety name, when the guy sold it to me. It was at an Asian market, of course, right? Like, so many things. But super awesome crop, guys. Really pretty plants. And for people, if you want to eat them, you simply take the root. They're very fibrous on the inside, but that's all right. You either boil them or roast them, and you just mash up the starch and you take the fibers out. It's like a potato root crop. Very mild flavor. It's much like a potato, except much more productive, honestly. And you can grow them in pots pretty much anywhere. Or you just take the whole raw root, cut it into chunks, put it in a blender, blend it up, and just strain out the fibers. And you can make a soup out of it, which I really, really like to do. I just blend it up raw completely and make a delicious, thick, creamy soup out of it. Just, turmeric in it, salt and pepper, some butter, and it is absolutely to die for, guys. Super easy. Or you can use it to thicken soups or make stew out of it. It's very versatile. You make pudding out of it. It's so mild flavored if you add sugar to it. Sugar and some vanilla. I like to add raisins to it when I'm making it sweet. You can make a dessert sweet pudding out of it. You just throw it in the blender raw, remember, because when you cook it, that starch doesn't thicken anymore. You have to go cold to hot to thicken. But you blend it, you strain it out, put it in a pot, add your sugar, couple of egg yolks sometimes just to make it a little more rich. Put some egg yolk, vanilla, raisins, boil it until it's nice and thick. Put it in the fridge. Guys, it is freaking delicious. But anyway, I am starting to harvest these. I've got a really beautiful crop this year. And if you are interested in some, check out below. Guys, I want you to grow food. I grow food. The world is very interesting at the moment, and yeah, you got to grow food, guys. You got to, it's not panic. It's not doom. This is about abundance and life and growing your own food and being happy and healthy. And this can be a major part of that. And it's just so productive and so easy to grow. You should be able to grow this in the ground anywhere, pretty much in the U.S., most of the U.S., because, we're in the middle of October now and I'm harvesting these. So that's pretty much most of the U.S. should be able to do it. They are a bit daylight sensitive, so that again works out perfect. They start rooting later in the year, late summer, fall, when the days are starting to get a little bit shorter. So, well, I'm not 100% sure on how far north you can grow it. I'm pretty sure you can grow this in the ground in most of the U.S. And if you can't grow to the ground, you can put this in tubs and just super productive. And if you have livestock, I mostly grow this for my livestock, of course. The tops go to the goats and pigs, especially after harvesting. Or if I'm cutting it back, if it is getting too tall, especially my taller type, I will just cut it back halfway. And that goes to the cows and the goats. And throughout the winter, the tubers are no special care, just cut them into small pieces, are going to the pigs and the chickens and the goats and everybody. They'll eat the roots. So, again, a very versatile, super productive, super easy crop. Definitely something most people should be growing, and it's very rare in the U.S. You just cannot find it. I believe there's a couple people that sell it here in the U.S. And of course, you can buy crap from overseas, but you got to be careful with that. Customs will get that and destroy it, so there's really no point. Buy U.S., guys. Buy from me. American-grown plants for the win. Woohoo! Right? Oh, there's some peanut butter fruit cuttings, by the way. I'm cleaning up and getting ready to send out. And getting ready to root a few of my own. Super easy to root, by the way, peanut butter fruit. But, yeah. West Indian arrowroot, guys. Not to be confused with Queensland arrowroot, which is a canna. This is an actual arrowroot type plant, much like the Guinea arrowroot, I believe. Kind of in that same family-ish. And, yeah, I already told you pretty much everything about it, guys. I don't know what else I can say except buy some and grow some. I'll give you a good price below, send you some roots to grow. They store very well. You store them dry and cool and plant them out when it warms up. But they go very fast. And I have my animals to feed and my quotas to get planted. So if you want some, get them now, guys. Get these from me now. I'll give you a good price. And you can see those little nodes where they sprout. Each one of those, is a focus there, will actually grow into a plant. So you get a nice root like this. About 6 inches there. You can cut that into 3 pieces. And each one of those will form a clump for you. Because they're clump forming plants. And they hang down. They go straight into the dirt like arrows. And like that. They just grow from that little tip straight down. And sometimes these can get very thick. These are small ones because I only ship small ones. I'm not going to ship a 2-foot long 4-pound root, it's impractical. So these are all smaller. The larger ones I feed to the animals or cook with or eat myself, But these small ones are perfect. You can get 2-3 clumps off one root. And again, just super easy to grow. They do not need much, guys. So, like and subscribe. Tell everybody about my channel so they do the same. And grow food, guys. Grow super easy, super productive arrowroot. And yeah, get some for me below. Nice commercial variety.